Hey everybody, it's Dr. Heyer from Holistic Health. In today's video, we're going to go over some workplace ergonomics or workplace positioning. If you spend time at home in a home office, or if you actually go into an office or your cubicle or what have you, ergonomics at the workstation in front of a computer are a huge issue. Right now, I currently have more patients dealing with back issues, neck issues, and headache issues that spend 6, 7, 8 hours a day, 10 hours a day in front of their computer, more so than folks from manufacturing type of jobs or factory or warehouse type of jobs. And I'm actually an injury prevention consultant. I've worked with FedEx, I've worked with UPS, I've worked with Bax Air, Allied Tube and Conduit. I've worked with a lot of different companies in the warehouses, and those companies are really mindful of keeping their backs safe and protected. Whereas folks in more administrative, managerial, desk type jobs don't really think of that as a potential issue or stressor for back and spinal problems. But I'm here to tell you it is. Okay, so let's get to it. If you have a chair, what you want to be doing is you want to have your knees and hips at 90 degrees if possible. You may have to elevate or lower your chair accordingly. And if you have short legs, but you have to have a chair that's hiked up a little bit, what you can do is get a little footstool underneath your desk or your workstation to rest your feet on, to give yourself a little break from what I call micro stress. Even if I'm in the perfect position, which would be 90 degrees, deep into my seat, deep into the chair, arms, if I have armrests at 90 degrees, even if I'm at a perfectly neutral position, even after 4, 5, 6 hours, that position can create what I call micro stress. And that micro stress is accumulative. And if you do it for 8 hours a day, 4 or 5 days a week, every month, every year for however many years, that micro stress can accumulate into the body as well. So even if I'm in a perfectly neutral position, we like to say that the next position is the best position when we're talking about ergonomics. So even if I'm neutral, if I have a footstool I can rest my feet up on, or get up and walk around to the water cooler every 20 to 30 minutes, or do even some simple back stretches even in my chair, doing something to change the position every so often is good to help to de-stress. Now, many people are in front of a computer, so we're going to move to a new perspective. Now, depending on your work situation, some of you may have seen or have tables that elevate. And it's not a bad idea to be in a standing position through part of the day and even in a sitting position the other part of the day, as long as you can abide to that idea that the best position is the next position and move and elevate. So you really kind of have to evaluate your own ergonomics. Is it better just for you to have an elevated table and work from that? That's fine. We're starting to equate sitting to the new smoking as far as when it comes to health. Being very sedentary is not necessarily good for our cardiovascular system or for our waistlines either. So here you can see that I've got 2 monitors, and I can't elevate the tables, but I want to make sure that the monitor is in a position where it doesn't cause micro stress or strain on my neck. You'll see that I've got yellow tape on both of my monitors. One is more elevated than the other. And when you get to your workstation or your computer, I want you to divide your monitor into 3 sections. You'll have a top, a middle, and a bottom section. Now, for demonstration purposes, I put tape on. You don't have to do that, but just use your imagination. Now, what I want is the line between the top and the middle section to be at my eye level. Now, you can obviously see that this monitor is too low. This one's a little bit better because we have this really cool little shelf that you can get at Amazon, Staples, whatever. And it actually has little columns that you can adjust to be as high as you need it to be. Now, this one is obviously not elevated, but a real cost-effective method is just to take some old books or magazines. I happen to have these old textbooks, so what I'm going to do is just position the monitor right here and scoot that back. And right now, my monitor, the line between the top and the center, is pretty close to my eye level. Why? Well, why do I want that? Well, because I don't want to be constantly looking down, putting my neck into a flexed, stressed position. By elevating this, I'm keeping my head up, my neck in a better position, and if I'm sitting deep in the seat and supporting my back as I should be, this position is going to be much more comfortable after the course of several hours. Ideally, if you have one of those little pull-out trays on your desk, you can put your mouse or your keyboard, you can elevate and reposition that as well. But still, again, the next position is the best position. So maybe take some of these tips and tricks and apply them to your situation, either at home or at work, and see if at the end of the day, you don't feel like you're a little less stressed and you're feeling a little less fatigued and feeling better for it. All right, thanks. We'll see you in the next video.